load the 20 server. Yeah, hopefully. That's it. Oh, I got him out. It's not reached 20 minutes. So yep, pretty much just grinding right now. There's on this quest that I'm not sure. And I could look it up, but try not to look up really anything about this game because I know I've done that for other games and just feel like this would be a fun method. Like I think that embassy man. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think she's at the underground fight club in this current story. So hopefully, the last quest I got this didn't show up, but for me, it was in this zone. So it's called quicksands. It's like underground thing, but I don't know why the quest is. Before just told me to go to quicksand and telling me to talk to her, so I'm thinking this is the embassy. If it's not, then probably gonna have to Google, because it should be popping up on my map, but it's not. And last time I did this was because the quest was in this kind of area. It's like in the run club. So I'm hoping somebody sees me in here. If not, then no idea where the fuck she is in this area. Yep, there we go. Close the door. Yep. So if you're playing this game, realistically, if you don't know where to go, it's probably something based like this. I think, not too sure because I just started playing this game, but I would think everyone story mode kind of leads to the same place. Platform here, so I think this is where you start out in 3 different cities, depending on your job or class or whatever you want to call it. And I think this is where all the stories kind of converge into one, because the previous quest line to get here was to head to the other 2 zones I haven't been to that are beginner zones, and then pretty much do dungeon player, and then do a dungeon in my zone that I started out in, and then mainly here for story-wise. Skipping a lot of story because I did some lot of reading. Sometimes, if there's voice acting, I'll probably watch it, maybe. Depends. But it's weird people that love MMORPGs just because the grind and the number grind and the research. It'll be like there, and you can be good at MMO and play as an average player, but if you want to get from there to there, you need to do a lot of research, and I mean, leveling up, not researching leveling up, but just like in the end game, like I'm playing a tank right now. It's not really a class. Keyboard start out on. I would start out on a DPS if it was my first time on, to be honest, because they're just, I don't want to say they're easier, but they're, you're gonna like it a lot better as like your first time class, because it's just, I don't know. I mean, no offense, but like it takes a while before, like if it's your first time around, before you realize what a tank and healer and like certain classes do, and damage dealer is always going to be needed. You can tell what to drive on. What's good about this game, you just teleport to different locations. I used to play Final Fantasy 11 way back in the day. Like, it was like my first MMORPG on the PS2, and it literally was a $100 game because it came with a hard drive that you plug in the back of your PS2 and connect the network adapter to, and that hard drive was dedicated. It was like that was the game on that hard drive, and it was brutal as fuck. But also at the same time, like that's why I like and enjoy this game, because like a lot of the areas feel like this is the same artwork, like it's very the same much, but at the same time that was my first MMO. And it's kind of the same deal. Not really. It was completely opposite of it was a good joke in this game. Grind until fucking you can't grind more, and then you feel like grinding. It was grindy, and then welcome more grind. And this feels like they took more of a Western approach in their eyes, having to be like a Japanese approach. So, like the Japanese fellas took a lot more Warcraft than EverQuest 2 and fucking one of those good fun games, Rift. And they really kind of hit it home here. Yeah. So look at a lot of these areas, the maps, see, like even this map layout is pretty much the same. I.e., I can press M and get the map up now. I'm using keyboard and mouse on a PS4, by the way, not the computer. So, but like I can hit M. Brings up this map, and like this map is the same kind of artwork the map from Final Fantasy 11 was, without, like I was talking about transport earlier, and like Final Fantasy 11 didn't really, I mean they had transport, but transport was like get you 20 minutes away from where you need to be most of the time, and then if you had a mount, even then it was just like yeah, still like way far from where I need to be. It took a lot of time to travel, and that's one great thing they added to it. I'm trying to do, like I said, the story quest right now, because I'm kind of I'm gonna go to sorry. I'm kind of over leveled. I mean, it's my first character, and it's been an expansion and shit since then, and it's my new character, so there's this thing that you can do that pretty much is like, it should be added into every game. It might be in every MMO, but it was a really smart thing. It pretty much teaches you how to do your class, so if you're new to it, it's very helpful. If you're not new to it, then you're just gonna breathe new to MMOs and kind of like I won't say the Holy Trilogy, because the Holy Trilogy refers to something in Warcraft where it's just like you have a tank, healer, DPS, and you're one of those three. This game has a 4-class philosophy, kind of, even because a lot of classes, you have a lot of options here. So I like the class system too. But, yeah, there's basically like support is a thing. And before you guys are like, support, why do you play support? I just want to be like the guy that gets biggest numbers in the group. If you want the biggest numbers, more likely than not, support will be the biggest numbers in the group. Once you break all of the map down, even Warcraft, it's just like the buffs you get from support. Just like say, I think in this game, I think it's like you give a 10% buff to like melee damage if you're a bard. That's insane. That's like, if you're in a 24-person raid, which at the end of the game you are, and every person's doing 10% more damage just because you're in a group. And that damage, if you weren't in that group, they would feel, but like, it's kind of like you have to think about that. That's your DPS. It's the damage you're adding to the group as a support. Not only that, but as a support, also you're able to help heal. Like, support classes are where I feel like I like a lot. I'm playing a tank right now, because again, it's like one of those classes. So it's like people are like, and again, if you're looking to play MMO and this is your first MMO, I'd probably play DPS, because it's just gonna be fun. You're gonna be able to push it, and like leveling's not gonna be. It's gonna be a little hard because like depending on what class you are. But at the same time, it's going to be pretty easy, because once you know your class, you're like, hey, I can pull this and kill it instantly, or I can do this instantly. Like tanks, I know I can, like any pretty much solo encounter I'll probably beat, but it's going to take me a whole lot longer. Like in DPS class, you could probably burn down a mob, which means like kill it within like 2 or 3 seconds, where I have to like, you know, take 5 to 10 seconds. So yeah, in a sense, questing and shit. But at the same time, you only need 1 or 2 tanks a raid, and it's all it gets into utility at that point. But you're right. I think I'm going to see if her right now. Well, this game, when it first came out, my computer was like at the time, what the fuck is going on? Weird. If you notice, I'm using a keyboard, but I cannot tell you, like, without a doubt, any MMORPG from this to every MMORPG I ever played, you're using a keyboard, bind the strafe left to A, bind the strafe right to B, and then you're just like, don't even worry about the turns. The C, you're turning with your mouse, and that's like, with me, your life will be fucking 100 times better. Don't be turning the keyboard I see I have one viewer. I'm not sure how two viewers works. I don't know, one viewer.